idea where to go. Like, see, that thing says 8 over there, but then 7. But then I went back to where it should have been 1, and it was actually 4. Buzz is so confused.
I've barely been paying attention. Go talk to Rex again.
Where the hell was Rex? And he was over. No, he was by that blue thing.
I don't know. Oh, he's on that?
No, he was near it.
All right. Well, in the meantime, last time Bryan told his story of Iceland, the abridged tale.
A long one. A long tale.
A long tale. So this time, I'm gonna tell my story, my very abridged story about a trip to Israel.
Yes.
That happened around the same time as his trip.
Yeah, we just passed one of them.
Yeah, really. So basically, I really can't begin to describe how beautiful this trip was. And it's gonna be really difficult to explain just over, just through a screen, through a microphone, you know?
So do it in song.
So I'll do it in song! But, pretty much, I didn't know what to expect. I've been looking forward to this trip since I was, 10,
Yeah.
Maybe younger. I don't know.
Okay.
So I went with, 2 of my good friends, Basner, our bassist being one of them. And the first thing that happens is we're at the airport, and we find out that my other friend, who I've been waiting to go on this trip with since as long as I've known it existed, it ends up he was put on to a different group.
That sucks.
Right? So we were like, okay, we gotta figure this out now. And we tried, but we couldn't get it fixed. But it kind of worked out because I got to see him a lot, and we got to do a lot of the same things at the same time, so that worked out. It was okay. But yeah, it was just an amazing trip. We get to the airport, there's 80 people there that are all going to Israel, and none of us know what to expect. And they actually ask us what we expect, and we go around the room, and we really everyone's just seems like a fun trip. It's free. Gonna meet some cool people,
It's free.
Yeah, it literally, it was just like that. And I know one of my expectations at the beginning was to go to all these places that I've heard so much about, Jerusalem and Tel Aviv and Mount Masada and all these things that I've only heard stories about, really, and kind of put my own experiences to them because I've, never really had a chance to experience them in any other way. I have no idea what you're doing right now.
What I thought it is that, see, this is green and yellow. I was like, oh, it must turn on the green light and off the yellow light. But it actually did do it. It did. It didn't do it before. See, what happened?
I have no idea.
What are these little pentagons up top here for?
I have no clue. Well, anyway, we take the long flight to Israel. It was about 10 hours.
Oh,
and
I did it.
And okay. And we meet our tour guide Asher. He was the man.
It's a pretty funny name.
Oh yeah, but he was awesome. And we just go on all these crazy adventures, and we do all these things, and we go, we go climb a mountain and then go swim in the Dead Sea and float in the Dead Sea, which was just the weirdest experience because you literally can't not float in the Dead Sea. You have to try to do anything else.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really interesting, especially because I expected it to feel different when you're in the water. It doesn't. You just can't sink. It just feels like you're in water that you can't sink in. We went to one interesting thing. We went to a bunch of malls because they have a lot of malls there for some reason.
That's weird.
And one of the
yeah!
All right.
I had no idea what I was doing.
No problem. You'll probably find a hint toward it later.
Nope.
Oh my god.
If anyone knows,
yeah, right.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Don't answer our question. Just comment. Yeah. But yeah, one of the interesting things happened when there was about 40 people in my group, and we were going in to the first mall of the trip. And outside of every mall, we found out there is a security guard.
Oh, of course.
Out of every entrance to every mall, there's a security guard with a metal detector. And I mean, like, not like one of those hand-wavy metal detectors. I mean, like, it's built into the place.
Nice.
And so we walk up to him, and he just says, "How many?" And we're like, "Oh, there's 36 of us." And he's like, "What?" And we're like, "Yeah, 36." And he's like, "Guns?"
Big group.
And we're like, no, just people. And he's like, go inside. So, like, literally, we walk inside, and there's just people walking around with guns.
Yeah, man, it's a war-torn area.
I know, and it was just so weird to us. And, like, I was just like, there's just, everyone here is a soldier. You know, when you're in Israel, when you live in Israel, when you turn 18, you have to go to the army.
Oh yeah,
and
it's kind of crazy.
So everybody is in the military, and it's just so weird to see. And
everyone has a gun. Multiple.
We actually had a few soldiers on the trip with us, and not even like protecting us
like
or anything.
Israeli soldiers.
Yeah, Israeli soldiers, and they. It's actually a thing that they do every birthright trip. They have a few Israeli soldiers just join the trip. And they're not like,
sorry, little tykes.
They're not there to do anything. They're not like do anything but enjoy their time and do the things that
cool.
you're
It's
doing.
Like they're off duty.
Yeah, they're not working. We had someone else who was working. She always had a gun on her, but so we felt safe. But yeah, it was cool. We got to like bond with these Israeli soldiers and ask them any questions we wanted and learn so much about them, and like, you know, like made good friends with first made good friends with all these people I was on the trip with, and all the Israeli soldiers. And you know, a lot of us still communicate. It's been months, and we all still, you know, a lot of us still talk to each other and everything, which I really didn't expect.
Boom.
I mean, I can't even describe all the things we did, so I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah!
But there were spiritual things, there were completely unrelated to spiritual things, there was the Holocaust Museum, which, oh my god, if you have a heart that's beating, go there. Because it wasn't even...
Come on, little bird.
Oh my
Toro!
god.
Toro!
He's got the red bandana though. but like the Holocaust Museum, I know I'm getting deep here, but it wasn't even like a heart wrench. Well, it was, but it wasn't even something like a cry fest. You know, it was an experience that by the end of it, you had a much deeper understanding for World War II. Like, there was one part that got to literally everybody, is the Children's Memorial.
Ah.
And it's not just a wall with a bunch of kids' names on it. It's, you go outside, after going through the whole museum, you go outside and there's this, like tunnel going, like underground almost, and above it there are all these you know, when you're like making a foundation, like in construction or whatever, you put those like metal beams into the ground before you pour cement over them. There was a bunch of those just coming out of the ground, and we were like, why is it like that? It's just like, is that on purpose? And they're like, yeah, it's to signify the foundation that was being built that was never completed, because all these children never got a chance to.
Damn.
Yeah, it was, and you go in, and it's pitch black. It is completely 100% dark, and all you hear is a voice saying the names, ages, and I think where they came from of these children.
Damn.
Yeah.
Every one of them?
Just going down the list.
That must have been an insanely long list.
Yep. I know we didn't hear even.
No.
Even
not
some
even like
of them.
1%. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Where
but
the
you go
hell?
in, it's completely pitch black, and you turn a corner, and there's this room that I will never be able to accurately explain it, but there's one candle in the middle of a very dark room, reflected by a ton of mirrors. And maybe it was 2 candles, I don't care. But they were reflected by a ton of mirrors, and you feel like you're in the middle of a galaxy.
Oh, cool. It's like an infinity mirror.
Yeah. And
what the fuck? How am I supposed to get on the helicopter?
And you just hear these children's names. I know this is so opposite of. You hear these children's names being said, and it's just quiet and dark and visually amazing, and everybody was in tears. That was the cry fest of that part of the trip. Yeah.
Dang, son.
Right? But then we did like fun shit too. We went to bars. We went to bars in Tel Aviv where we were told we were gonna have free chasers with every drink, and we were like, okay, whatever, chasers. And then we found out chasers mean shots in Israel.
You gotta chase a shot with a shot.
Yeah, exactly. So we're like, oh damn. And it was just a constant roller coaster. A constant roller coaster of happiness, sadness, somber, joy, fun, like just every possible emotion being thrown at you multiple times a day in a span of 10 days.
Dang.
And it was amazing. Like,
and it was your first time out of the country too.
It was my first time out of the country too. And I'm definitely going back there. I need to go back there.
To Israel.
Yeah. And nice. But that's not my
next
on my I don't even know what's happening right now. That's not next on my list of trips, like, because Germany has to be next for me. But
you're gonna visit Bacharach?
Yeah. There's a town in Germany that I share a name with. So
I feel like GTA right now.
I feel like I'll probably be royalty there or some shit. Hey, look, it's luggage.
Wait, how do I? Okay, I need to get on a 7. Oh,
But yeah, that's the story of both Iceland and Israel.
Life got turned upside down.
We're now caught up on the months of
yeah.
Of a gap that we left.
We're now okay after being like
right. We
how
made
many
it
months behind.
Yeah.
And just like life, I need to pass by another circle to get to.
Oh my
7.
God! So what's your goal right now?
I'm on the wings of the plane. I'm going to jump.
On the wings of the plane.
I actually have 3 Pizza Plant tokens, and I know where the other 2 are. So like, holy crap, we're gonna be done soon.
Amazing.
Right when it goes to 7, I need to jump off on the roof, and there's a boss there.
Okay.
And then also by 6 or 5, I forget. There's like this thing that I have to jump onto to get another lost luggage.
Okay.
It was over here.
5.
That's 5. Yeah, this thing.
Oh, there we go.
So I actually.
I'm glad you were paying attention.
I'm gonna do this first. Oh no!
You had that.
I hesitated.
Oh my God. All right, guys.
Yeah, you
next
know
time
what?
on Schwam Games.
Yeah, that's the next time.
Next time on Schwam Games, we are going to be up there
on the plane.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, thank you for listening to our tales of traveling and things like that. We're gonna be back talking about different stuff next time. All right. See you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.